welcome back to today's podcast. This is your home of feminine leadership, where we bridge the spiritual, the energetic, and the erotic into magnetic leadership, influence, and impact. This is where you learn the art of manifestation so that you can create the success, the influence, and the impact that your soul's craving without self-sacrifice. Today's podcast is a masterclass in the energetics behind your success and manifestation. Everything in your reality right now is a reflection of your energetic frequency. The universe is always responding to who you are being, and who you are being is a combination of your words, your thoughts, and your actions. Who and what you are embodying become the energetic frequency that you are transmitting out into the world. And this, when you start to understand that everything is simply vibration, there is very little that is actually solid. So to put this into context for you, if you were to take the Empire State Building and remove everything that is solid from the Empire State Building, one of the largest buildings in New York, it would fit into the palm of your hand. Our entire world is simply vibration and frequency. And when you start to understand that everything is simply vibration and frequency, you can learn how to master the energetic realms so that you can match your vibrational frequency to become a match for what it is that you desire. Now, this can be an incredibly hard pill to swallow. If you are somewhere in your life where you don't have the relationship that you desire, maybe you don't have the soul-aligned clients, or you're not facilitating the depth that you know you have the capacity to hold, knowing that it is not in your life because you're not an energetic match for it yet, can be a bit like a fuck you. And on the other end of that, it is incredibly powerful, because when you step out of your victim consciousness and into the driver's seat, you can start to understand that, hold on, all I need to do is become an energetic match for the success, for the soul-aligned clients, for the opportunities that I desire to create. And this is where the most important thing is your energetic frequency. This, and understanding your energetic frequency and how to change it to become in resonance with what it is you want to desire, is going to allow you to change the game. This is how you start to create those, oh my God, how the heck did that come into my life? Opportunities, clients on the regular. People will always say to me, how did you create that? Because I understand the world of the energetics. I understand that my energetic frequency is the most important part of who I am and how I show up and how I lead. Because it is my energetic frequency that is literally the beacon that is attracting everything into my field. And this is how I get amazing invitations for global opportunities without actually having to do anything, because I've become such an energetic match for that I don't need to do anything. I don't need to hustle. I don't need to push, because I simply am. And this is really one of the feminine arts of manifestation mastery. And this is why it doesn't matter how many times you sit there and go, I want solar line clients. I am a millionaire. I am creating $20,000 months. I am creating $30,000 months. I am blah, blah, blah. Whatever your fucking I am manifestations are. If you are simply doing affirmations and you don't understand your energetic frequency and you're not an energetic match for what it is you're trying to call in, you can say that you want those 30, 40, 100K months, that you want the solar line clients, that you want the speaking opportunities, that you want the sold out launches. They will not come into your reality unless you're an energetic match for it. And this is where, when we want to step into our feminine power, when we want to really understand how to master the art of manifestation, we need to understand the energetics of the universe, really, is what we're talking about. I was speaking to one of my best friends a couple of weeks ago, and she's currently studying naturopathy. And she was telling me that when a flower is ready to be pollinated by a bee, that the flower starts to vibrate at a certain frequency so that then the bees know that that flower is ready to be pollinated. So the bees will come, they'll pollinate it, and then the flower, because she doesn't want to be pollinated anymore, changes her energetic frequency so that she is no longer an energetic match for the bees that are ready to pollinate flowers. You see, we've been told this lie that the intellect, the mind, and our spoken word is the most powerful thing. It's not. It's 10% of your potential. The other 90% is in your vibration, in your frequency, and in your energy. And if you can start to understand that, that is a power move. So to really start to understand the energetics behind success, we need to understand that your frequency is the vibration that you are putting out into the world. Now, high and low vibe are a load of shit. Your energetic frequency is how expansive is your energetic frequency. What is the rate that your frequency is vibrating at? And what is that rate that you are vibrating at an energetic match for? Because when people say, oh, you've got to become high vibe, man, what they don't understand is that anger is a high frequency emotion. I teach that anger is a really important part of you beginning to open up your capacity for you to hold more. But this is where, when you understand energetic frequency, you understand that the concept of high and low vibe is a load of shit, that in where spirituality has been whitewashed to actually keep you from your power, because your anger, that's your transformative energy. When you start to learn how to harness your anger, it's like your fire energy. That's when you actually start to learn how to hold your power. So what I first want you to get your head around is that high and low vibration is a load of fucking shit. What's important is what rate and what frequency are you vibrating at? That's what's fucking more important, because there is a whole different range of different resonances that are all vibrating at different frequencies. So when we start to understand vibration, frequency, energetics, we start to understand that most of what you've been told in the manifestation space is a load of fucking shit. You can be high vibe and still have shit things come to you if you have energetic resonances in that are a match for that. It's the law of the universe. It will come to you. The most important thing when becoming an energetic match is understanding your unique energetic frequency. It is the thing that I am most obsessed with. So let's unpack it. Energetic frequency is the most important thing, because that is creating your reality. So how do we change our energetic frequency? So you are either in resonance or dissonance for the things that you want to desire and create. So what does it mean if you're in resonance? If you're in energetic resonance, it means that you're a match. So when the flowers change their vibration, they then become an energetic match for the bees who are ready to harvest the pollen. When the flowers' pollen has been harvested and they no longer want to be an energetic match for bees to come and pollinate them, they change their energetic frequency, meaning that they are now in dissonance. So they're not an energetic match. So if you have the intention that you want to have sold out launches, that you want to reach those 30, 40, 50K months, and you haven't created them in your reality, it's because you're in dissonance to what it is that you desire. So the invitation then is to change your energetic frequency so that you are in a match with those 20, those 30, those 40K months, 50, the sold out launches, the speaking opportunities, the viral content, whatever it is that you want to create. You need to become an energetic match for it. I also really want to break down what's happening on a molecular level in the body. So what allows you to vibrate at certain frequencies is how much matter is in the subatomic particles of your body. So matter is the amount of solidness in a particle. The thing that is stopping you from being able to create more to be an energetic match is the amount of matter that you have in these particles that is actually stopping you from creating more space. And the more space you have on a molecular structure, energetic level, the more energy you can hold in your physical body. And then this is one part, the first step in how you start to become a match for that. Okay? I really wanted to break that part down because a lot of time we don't understand what's going on in a physiological perspective when we speak about manifestation. And it's why I hate the way that a lot of manifestation is taught, because it doesn't understand the molecular structure, what's going on in the physiology of the body is actually what's going to allow you to be in resonance or dissonance for what it is that you desire. Okay, so we understand resonance, we understand dissonance now. The thing that allows you to hold more of your confidence, more of your power, more of your potential to become an energetic match for the things that you desire is the amount of spaciousness that is in your particles, that is in your body. This is why shadow work is fundamental in your manifestation process, in you becoming an influential woman, in you creating the success that you desire. Because what happens is, say you have this desire for these 50K months and you keep capping out at 20, 20, 20, 20, 30. There is a part of you that's in dissonance with the energetic match for those 50K months. And so you have to then go into your body and invite her to reveal to you all the ways in which you are currently out of alignment and blocking yourself from already being an energetic match for those things. And when you start to do this, it is wild what happens. I remember being in Indonesia and there were no really amazing Airbnbs available, and I was stressing out, to be honest, and I was kept refreshing and I was like, fuck, I cannot find anything. I'm talking to my friends, they all can't find anything. If anyone's like me, you're like a last minute queen when it comes to booking, and so sometimes that can have a downside to it. And so because I practiced what I preach, I went, right, I'm going to go in and look at all my mindset beliefs right now that are stopping me from being an energetic match for this mind-blowing apartment that I'm calling in. So I went through and did all that. I went into the body and I met the limiting beliefs, the emotions, the fear, the anxiety that was fueling me from not being able to embody and trust that I could become an energetic match for what it was that I desire. And I released that and I went into my anger. And then the next minute, as soon as I went through the process that I teach, I open up Airbnb. There is the most amazing apartment. It's just been listed on Airbnb like 5 minutes ago. I contact the owner, I book the place, and I end up staying there for 6 months, and it exceeded all of my expectations for what it was that I was calling in. And let me tell you, energetic mastery does happen that quick when you can get into alignment with what it is that you are calling in. The world, who is reflecting your energetic frequency, which is a combination of your thoughts, your words, your actions, and the energy that you embody, will always respond to you. And this is why when we start understanding and working with the feminine, we need to understand the energetics behind our success. The energetics is what's going to allow you to create amazing success where you're like, holy hell, can you believe what just happened to me? Can you believe this opportunity? Can you believe who I'm working with? Can you believe that I've got all these 20, 30, 40 pay in full clients lining up to work with me? Yeah, I can, because you've become an energetic match for what it is that you desire. And now I make this sound really easy, and it is, but there is a really great framework that you can follow. And I'm going to break down a little bit of it for you. I'm going to start with the neuroscience. So I want you to get really clear on what it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want to call in, and just reflect on that. And then we always start with the brain. What are all the beliefs that you currently hold that are actually stopping you from creating that or from already experiencing that in your reality? And write all of that down. And then I want you to go into what is the opposite of that. What are the opportunities? What if I was to come from an abundant mindset? What would my beliefs be then? And I want you to write all of that down. That works with the neuroscience part of it, the mindset, right? And then I want you to start to think in the more aligned way, in the way that's supportive of what it is you're trying to create, and catch yourself every time you're going back into, I can't do this because it doesn't work for me. You've got to catch yourself when you go back into that energy, okay? And then go into your body. Where is your body's intelligence storing imprints that are stopping you from being an energetic match from that? And then allow yourself to feel that to its fullest. This is where shadow work is a power move. The quicker you can connect, embody, and release the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, the quicker you can tap into your confidence, your power, and your potential that is on the other side of that. So we go into shadow work. And then in your body, connect to the energetic frequency of what it is that you want to become an energetic match for, and draw that frequency up through your body and allow yourself to feel that. Allow that energy to radiate from your body and to feel like that is already your current reality, and watch that come into manifestation. Watch your world start to reflect that, and then get clear on the thoughts, the words, and the actions that someone who already has that is taking, and start to become that version of yourself now, and watch your world change around you. It can happen so fast when you start to allow yourself to become an energetic match for what it is that you desire. This is where we really need to understand the energetics behind manifestation, success, and influence, is that everything has a different energetic frequency. So when you align with that energetic frequency, you then create that in your reality. And so get really clear on what you're in alignment for and what you're out of alignment for. And know that you are the master of your energetic frequency. You can create these changes really quickly. And if you're a woman who's ready to take this one step further, this is the exact stuff that we teach in depth in the Consciousness Collective. This is where you start to really understand how to master the energetics of success, influence, and impact. How you learn how to harness your shadow to release your guilt, your fear, your anxiety, to own more of your confidence and power. And we teach you the secrets behind manifestation. So if you're a woman who's really ready to master the energetics of her success, doors are open. There is a link in the show notes, and I can't wait to meet you soon. Let me know in the comments what landed for you, and I'll be back next week. And just remember that it's your energetic frequency that is creating your reality, and that at any moment you can change that. Thank you.